Hi there, Jason Dixon with Newberger and Company for your Training Tip Tuesday. So imagine you're flying from Baltimore to LA. How often do you think that that plane is on the exact plotted course that it set out to for that whole trip? 70%, 80%, a lot of time I hear that. It's actually not. It's very, very low. There's actually only two occasions where that plane is in the exact spot where it thought it was going to be, at takeoff and at landing. In between those two things, the pilots are making very small adjustments, course corrections. We don't even feel it. It's imperceptible to us in the cabin. The same kind of thing happens to our business plans, right? So if that pilot would fall asleep though, and he wakes up and he realizes that he's over Canada and he's trying to get to Southern California, he's got to make a big left-hand turn to get that straight. We feel that on the plane. With our business plans, if we fall asleep, we're not looking at our numbers, we're not managing our goals on a regular basis, we have to make big adjustments to get that thing fixed. And everybody feels it and we feel it. So what we should be focused on is really understanding what our metrics are, measuring those metrics on a daily basis, if not daily, at least weekly basis, to know that we're on track. So that if we start getting off track for any reason, we can make small adjustments to our plan to get us back on track and we don't feel it as much. So what do we mean by measuring and understanding our metrics and knowing your numbers? You need to know what your goals are, right? Really simple. We've talked about this in the last couple of training tips. Understand what your goals are. Understand what you're trying to accomplish. So know what the goal is. What's the mission? What is the result? Understanding what your average deal size is so that you can figure out how many deals you need to close. This is the very basic part of understanding your personal cookbook and your personal numbers. Once we have that, we can then start figuring out what the behaviors are that we need to measure and accomplish to achieve those goals. Once we have that information, we can start tracking that information and looking at it on a daily basis. So guys, here's what my last thought is on this for you is if you don't know your numbers, what gets measured gets done. If you don't know your numbers, spend some time right now jotting down those very basic numbers. What's my goal? What's my average deal size? How many closes do I need to accomplish that goal? What are the behaviors that I need to do to get the meetings that would be required for those proposals? And then measure all of that information on a daily, if not weekly basis. Do this over the course of a month. Do this for the next month and getting you ready for what 2020 is going to hold for you. And I promise you'll end up getting better results. You'll make smaller course corrections in time. You won't feel it as much. We won't get into chaotic prospecting behavior if we're making those small changes because you're managing your numbers. For more on this, one of my favorite topics to talk about, please reach out. Reach out to any other consultants here at Newberger & Company. We'd love to help you build a solid plan for yourself heading into 2020. Thanks.